The 4 jobs that every single event venue owner out there should fire themselves from. Because what we find ourselves doing is doing everything inside of the business. We're wearing all the hats in every single division: marketing, sales, operations, finance. We're managing everything and we're going crazy. There's probably a few things that you should be focused on in order to grow your business, but instead of doing that, you're sending out emails, you're sending out text message manually, you're trying to follow up with everybody, and you're working in your business so much you don't have time to work on your business. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. The 4 jobs every venue owner should fire themselves from. The first thing is finding leads. We have to get to a place where we're not allowing ourselves to say that our business just works off of word of mouth. I've heard that plenty of times. And instead of running ads, they just allow the referral business to be just that. Quick story. I had an event venue owner that I was working with, and she told me that her business ran off of straight referrals, which was amazing because she's been in the business for years. But essentially what happened was COVID happened. And as we all know, COVID shut down a lot of businesses. And so she was fortunate enough to have some type of agreement with the landlord where she wasn't, since she wasn't operating, she was still able to maintain the building. She just had to use her cash reserves in order to allow the establishment to still be maintained, essentially, right? And so what she found is after COVID, she was the pillar of the community. There wasn't much venues around her, but venues started popping up left and right and left, until the market was so congested. She told me that she had to do something different, and that something different was running ads. There's a lot of people that get inside of this industry and are great designers or are great balloon artists, or they came from the photo booth industry, and they may be talented in the business, but they're not talented working on the business. So she started running ads, leads started coming through, her business is still operating till this day. And that all came from her realizing that the way that she was doing business before isn't the way that she should be doing business now. And so instead of you doing everything, you need to allow your ads to do that heavy lifting. Not be so concerned with directories that's out there. You know, those directories where you post your venue and people go to that directory and a whole bunch of emails are sent out to that one prospect. We want to go on Facebook and Google and start running ads to people in your local market so people can start coming to you directly, right? Building that awareness and building that ecosystem of people that's in your network. So that's what we want to do with finding leads. Next thing that we want to focus on, let me just check my notes, is follow-up. You are doing all of the follow-up inside of your business. You're sending out manual emails, manual text messages. People are coming inside of the space, and instead of sending them a proposal right then and there, you have to wait after the tour and map it up and then send it out to them, and you're wasting a lot of time. I read an article once before, and it said that when someone inquires inside of a business, if we can reach out to them within 5 minutes, you become an authority in somebody's mind. Wow, this business is, proactive. They're reaching out to me, and they're not allowing me to wait days on days to get some type of response. We hear people all day long in our own event venue that come to us and say, man, I reached out to various different venues, but you were the only one that really reached out. You were the only one that really gave me the information that I was looking for. And we have to keep our ears open to those things, because that's very important. With the way the world is going with AI and things being so fast, we want to make sure that we're keeping up to pace when it comes to reaching out to people who's looking to do business with us. So we want to go from you doing all the follow-up to AI and automations doing the follow-up for you. Chatbots on your website, right? When someone inquires, are we sending a text message within 5 minutes where you don't have to do it? And then automations that just enforce that thing of, I have a question. If I gave you 100 leads all today, 100 leads, would your business break? And what I mean by that, would you be able to handle the sudden influx of traffic, right? Do you have systems to handle all of those leads that come in and talk to those people and give the people the information that they're looking for? Are we able to do that? If we're not able to do that, then we have to sit down and figure out how to do that, right? The CRM that we utilize is Automate My Venue, and it's a CRM that allows us to, no matter if it's 50 leads that coming in or 1,000 leads that comes in within the month, we're able to manage all of those leads because we have AI automations and assistants working for us, okay? And so the next thing, number 3, is admin work. You are doing all the admin work inside of your business. You late nights doing everything, sending out proposals, following up with people for events that's in the near future. You're doing every single thing. And if we sit back and say to ourselves, wow, okay, I'm getting baby showers, I'm getting weddings, I'm getting these various different events. What if there was a systemized way on handling those things? Right? When someone shows up, I'm able to go to those specific packages, put in their information, it sends out to them automatically an agreement, an invoice, payment options, and once they do it, they get another automated message that says, hey, welcome, thank you for choosing ABC Event Venue. We can't wait to start planning your event. Right down below, I want you to click this in order to schedule your consultation with our event planner, right? Just little things like that goes from just dealing with an event venue, but then getting that 5-star experience with an event venue. So stop doing all the manual work and allow automations to take place. Automations and assistants, right? The reason why I say assistants is because you can get some great exceptional people, virtual assistants to help you with everything on this board. From helping you run your ads, from helping you do the admin work, from helping you do the follow-up. We have a great team right now that does all of our calls. Every time a lead comes in, they're able to call the lead, qualify the lead. One thing that we like to say inside of our business is qualify the lead before you book. Our space holds about 70 to 80 people, so we never want to allow someone to truly come to the space if they're looking for 100 people or more. So it's great to be getting leads, it's great to be getting book tours, but the question becomes, are those book tours actually qualified people to come inside of your space? So that's what our virtual assistants do. I don't have to sit on the phone all day long calling leads, and mind you, I did it. I definitely did it. But I had to say to myself, am I growing and building a job or am I growing a business? So I started documenting things. I started delegating things out. And was I perfect at the beginning? Absolutely not. But we have a great team right now that helps us with this aspect of the business. So automations and assistants. And then step 4, operations. And this goes hand in hand with admin work. It goes hand in hand with admin work. Because with operations, who's planning the event, right? Who is cleaning the venue? We have a system for that. We have standard operating procedures for that. We went from doing it ourselves to documenting exactly how we want it and now delegating that out to the next person. Operations. You're doing everything operational in your business. And again, the solution is assistance. Don't mind my handwriting, but assistance. Going to a place where we can trust people inside of our business. I talked to a venue owner before. I'm done writing, but I talked to a venue owner before and they said to me, hey, I just don't trust people. I've tried the hiring thing. I hired someone before and it just didn't work out. And I said, and I had to be straightforward. I said, was it that it didn't work out or you just didn't know how to delegate the task? And that hit home because we never want to be in a position to where we have to say to ourselves that we are the ones that's holding our business back. I had a great mentor that once told me before, if your business is growing, that's great. But if your business is not growing, that means you need to do some internal growth, right? You need to start asking yourself questions on why am I not able to move forward? And that's the same position that she was in. She needed to get that question so she was able to move forward inside of her business. And so we gave her a system. We actually gave her the book, The Automated Venue Owner, and it allowed her to document, it allowed her to see her business in a different way and not just as an operator, but truly as an owner. And so we put her with a few virtual assistants that we felt that was going to be a good fit for her business. And now that virtual assistant is a rock star. So that's the end of the video. The 4 jobs every venue owner should fire themselves from. One thing that I would say is definitely do one of these things. You don't have to be so overwhelmed and thinking that you have to do everything all at once. Start with one box and say to yourself, how can I utilize AI, automations? If I currently have a team right now, how can I delegate it out to them so I no longer have to focus on it, so I can focus on my unique genius and do something else within the business? Other than that, in the meantime, in between time, I'll see you in the next video, and stay blessed.